The smallest nation at this World Cup has 185,000 people. That's smaller than Leeds, smaller than Coventry, smaller than the away end at Camp Nou on a busy Tuesday. And they qualified for the biggest tournament on Earth. So before anyone tells you that population decides World Cup winners, let's actually look at the numbers. Because the numbers are insane. Here is the theory that sounds completely reasonable until you think about it for 5 seconds. More people, bigger talent pool, better players, more trophies, simple maths, Brazil, 211 million people, 5 World Cup titles, the most successful nation in tournament history. Theory confirmed. Science wins. Go home. Except China, 1.4 billion people, 0 World Cup appearances ever. India, 1.4 billion people, also 0. The United States, 340 million people, 1 semifinal, 1 in their entire history. And Italy, a country where children argue about pressing triggers before they learn to ride a bike, has now missed 3 consecutive World Cups. 3, with one of the deepest squads in European football. So population predicts World Cup success. Unless you are the 2 most populated countries on the planet, the 3rd largest economy on Earth, or the nation that invented the tactical foul. In which case, it predicts nothing. Now let's talk age, because this is where it gets genuinely strange. Researchers have identified what they call the sweet spot. The optimum average age for a World Cup finalist is between 26 and 28.5 years old. Old enough to have experience. Young enough to still have functioning knees. Cristiano Ronaldo is here at 41. Still competing. Still a starter apparently. Still doing that celebration where he jumps and screams. Still somehow not retired. Make of that what you will. On the other end, Lamine Yamal of Spain. 18 years old. Already a European champion. Already one of the most dangerous players in the world. His passport is barely broken in. Now here is where the demographic gap becomes genuinely absurd. Japan's squad has a median age of 27.4 years old. Perfect. Right in the sweet spot. Widely regarded as one of the strongest sides in Asia. Japan's national population? Median age of 49. The oldest of any country at this tournament. Their country is graying faster than anyone. Their squad is not. And somehow that contradiction is considered a sign that their football system is working. Côte d'Ivoire brought the youngest squad, median age 25.4. Their population median age at home is just 18.1. Young team, young country. The numbers line up. Iran fields the oldest squad, median age 31.3, from a country with a national median age of 34.3. Also aligned. Less encouraging. The pattern? There is no consistent pattern. And that is exactly the point. Which brings us back to Curacao, 185,000 people. Caribbean island, the smallest nation ever to reach a World Cup. And every single player in their squad is a professional playing overseas. Most of them developed through Dutch football academies, thousands of miles from home. Their talent did not come from scale. It came from a system that sent players where they could grow, nurtured them across borders, and brought them back when it mattered. Then there is Uruguay. Population, 3.4 million. About the size of Greater Manchester. 2 World Cup titles. Multiple semifinals. Arguably the most successful footballing nation per capita on the planet. Uruguay did not become Uruguay because of how many people live there. They became Uruguay because of what they built with the people they had. And that is the actual conclusion buried inside the demographic data. The one that doesn't fit neatly on a bar chart. The countries that consistently punch above their weight are not the biggest. They are the ones that invested the most deliberately in football infrastructure, coaching systems, academies, youth development pipelines. A culture that treats the sport as worth building institutions around. Wealth helps. A deep footballing tradition helps. Player migration helps. But none of it replaces deliberate, long-term investment in people. Which means the lesson from this World Cup has nothing to do with how many people your country has. It has everything to do with what you chose to do with them. 48 nations entered, one lifts the trophy. Curacao has 185,000 people and a World Cup spot. China has 1.4 billion people and a television set. Draw your own conclusions.